Good morning, everyone. As we know that the capital requirements of a business enterprise can be classified into two categories, namely fixed capital and working capital. So, today we are going to discuss about the definition of fixed capital, right? From where it is going to be financed, and last but not the least, the factors affecting the fixed capital requirements of an organization. Now please look at the screen. It's given the definition of fixed capital first. It means the portion of the capital investment in long-term assets or fixed assets of a firm. That means investment in fixed assets such as land and building, plant and machinery, furniture and fixtures, vehicles, etc. Right? Now the question arises from where it should be financed. So, these should be financed through the long-term sources of funds, that is equity shares, preference shares, debentures, long-term loans and retained earnings of the business. Now we are going to talk about factors affecting fixed capital requirements. If we see, there are 8 factors affecting the fixed capital requirements, that is nature of business, scale of operations, choice of technique, technological upgradation, growth prospects oblique growth opportunities, diversification, financing alternatives and level of collaboration. Now we are going to talk about the first factor, that is nature of business. In this factor we are going to talk about two kinds of firms, that are trading firm versus manufacturing firm. If you compare a trading firm with manufacturing firm, then you will find that a trading firm needs lower fixed capital because it requires less investment in fixed assets like plant and machinery, land and building, technology, etc. On the other hand, if a manufacturing firm is there, then it requires more fixed capital since it requires more investment in fixed assets. Now we are going to talk about the next factor, that is scale of operations. When we compare large scale organization with smaller scale organization, we find that a large scale organizations requires bigger plant, more space, etc. Therefore, they require more fixed capital as compared to small scale organization. Now we are going to talk about choice of technique. When we say the choice of technique, we are talking about the two production techniques which are used by the organizations. One is capital intensive technique and another is labor intensive technique. Right? A capital intensive technique requires higher investment in plant and machinery as it relies less on manual labor. The requirement of fixed capital for such organizations would be higher, whereas labor intensive organizations on the other hand require less investment in fixed assets, hence their fixed capital requirement is going to be lower. Now, the next point which we are going to talk about is technological upgradation. We know in certain industries, assets becomes obsolete sooner. Consequently, their replacements becomes due faster. Higher investment in fixed assets may therefore be required in such cases. For example, computers becomes obsolete faster and are replaced much sooner than say the furniture. Thus, such organizations which use assets which are prone to obsolescence requires higher fixed capital to purchase these assets. The next factor is financing alternatives, right? A developed financial market may provide leasing facilities as an alternative to outright purchase. When an asset is taken on lease, the firm may pay lease rentals and uses it. By doing so, it avoids huge sums required to purchase it. Availability of leasing facilities thus may reduce the funds required to be invested in fixed assets, thereby reducing the fixed capital requirements. Such a strategy is specifically suitable in high risk lines of business. Now, the next point is diversification. If a business firm plans to diversify, its fixed capital requirements will increase as new investment in fixed assets may be needed. As against this, if a business has no diversification plans in near future, its fixed capital requirements will not be affected. Now, the next factor is growth prospects oblique growth opportunities. Higher growth of an organization generally requires higher investment in fixed assets. When such growth is expected, a company may choose to create higher capacity in order to meet the anticipated higher demand quicker. This requires larger investment in fixed assets and thus larger fixed capital. Last but not the least, right now we are going to talk about level of collaboration. At times, certain business organizations share each other's facilities. For example, a bank may use another's ATM. A photocopy machine may be purchased jointly and used on sharing basis by two coaching centers which are closely located. So, if the level of collaboration is high, the fixed capital requirement of a business is low. On the other hand, if the level of collaboration of a business is low, its fixed capital requirement will be more. That's all for today. Thank you.